Jai Hind Traders, so welcome to Market Learners YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to learn how to create a range breakout strategy in AlgoTest and backtest it for free. So first we will learn what is a range breakout strategy. So for that let me explain this with the help of charts. So I am opening a TradingView site here and open the Nifty 1 minute chart here. So assume you want to select a range, for example morning 9:15 to 9:30, or morning 10:30, no, morning 9:30 to 9:45, or any specific time range, and want to mark the high and low of that range, and want to trade if the high breaks and want to trade if the low breaks. So this is called a range breakout strategy. Let me mark the levels. For example, we want to select a range of 9:15 to 9:30. Then how it works? So this is 9:15 candle when the market opens. Now let me check the 9:30 candle. Yeah, this. So let me mark the high and low of this range. You don't need to mark these. This is just to explain you how range breakout works. This is the high and this is the low. Now how range breakout strategy works is, assume we have selected 9:15 to 9:30 range. So if the low of the range breaks or high of the range breaks in future, then it will take the entry. Now it is up to us, if we want to buy a call if the range high breaks, if we want to sell the put if the range breaks, or if the low range breaks we want to buy a put or sell a call. So that is up to us which strategy we want to backtest. But I am describing you just with a simple example that you can select any specific time range and backtest it. So this is how a range breakout strategy works, where we select a high and low of specific time range and want to take the entry when the high of that range breaks or the low of that range breaks. So this is the strategy we can backtest using AlgoTest. Now what is backtesting? So backtesting means, assume we have created a strategy that if morning 15-minute range breaks 9:15 to 9:30, we want to buy a call. If the downside range breaks, then we want to buy a put. Now we want to backtest it on historical data if that strategy performed in past years or not. So if that strategy has performed in past years, that gives us confidence to deploy that strategy in live. So this is how backtesting works, that we test a strategy in past historical data if the strategy is profitable or not. So that we can do using AlgoTest. So now you might be wondering how much it charges. So it is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything for backtesting. So if you open your account using refer link in description, you get 25 free backtest every week. So you can backtest for free using these 25 free backtest every week, and you don't have to pay anything. Or if you want to upgrade, that you want to do more backtest, whenever you purchase anything you get 25% extra on that. Max benefit you can get is 5,000 credits extra. So now let's open our AlgoTest dashboard and start the backtesting. So for open dashboard we will click on go to dashboard. And now to backtest our range breakout strategy, first we need to create a strategy. So to create a strategy, we will click on create strategy here. So now this is the dashboard, and there are many features you get here. So we will discuss about each feature in detail, how each feature works. But before that, I must suggest you that before this video I have uploaded 3 basic tutorial, part 1, part 2, part 3 of AlgoTest. So you can get a basic understanding of how each feature in AlgoTest works. So you must watch that videos. Link I will give in description box. You can also check out in my YouTube channel with the name of AlgoTest tutorial part 1, AlgoTest tutorial part 2, and AlgoTest tutorial part 3. So this is the AlgoTest tutorial part 4, where we are creating a range breakout strategy and backtesting it. Also I will give you a strategy which is working well in past year, that I have tested a strategy which worked well in past year in backtest results. However, I have not checked that in live. So it is not advisable to deploy that in live, but you can get an idea and use that strategy for your further backtesting. So traders, now we are creating a range breakout strategy using this dashboard, and we will discuss about each feature in detail. So first option we have is instrument setting, in which instrument we want to trade or we want to backtest a strategy. So for example, we want to backtest in Bank Nifty, Fin Nifty, Nifty. So there are all the major indices of Indian market. So we will select Nifty here. Next option we have is underlying from. Underlying from means we want to select cash chart or future chart. So from where it will get the prices. So we will select cash here. Now the next option we have is entry settings. So what is entry settings? Entry settings, in entry settings, you get the option of intraday, BTST or positional. You want to backtest intraday strategy, BTST or positional. We will select intraday here. Now entry timing. Entry timing is the timing which which initial range we want to select, we from where we want to select our initial range. For example, if we want to backtest a strategy of 9:15 to 9:30 range, then we select entry timing 9:15. If we want to select our range, for example, let me move it to 9:25. So if we want to select that, it select the high and low of this 9:25 to 9:30 range, then we will select 9:25 here. So let me enter 9:25 here. And what is the exit timing? Exit timing means it is the time at which, as we are doing intraday strategy, so in the day, in same day we need to exit. So at this time the strategy will exit. So we will select 3:28 here. Now this is no re-entry after feature, we will discuss in our later videos. So this is not important feature for range breakout strategy. So now we have the second feature. This is very most important feature, that is leg builder. So leg builder is used to create legs. For example, what we want to do is, if morning 9:25 to 9:30 high breaks, we want to buy a call with one lot. So we want to buy a at the money call with one lot, so that one lot at the money call is leg. So we will create that leg using leg builder. So here we have option to buy, if we want to trade in, we want to backtest in futures or options. We want to backtest in options. You can select future also. Total lot, what is the quantity you want to trade? So I will select one. Position, you know, we can buy options or sell option. So for now we are creating a selling strategy, option selling strategy. So I will select sell here. If you want to buy option buying strategy, then you can select buy here also. So option type, we want to buy, we want to sell call or put. So we will select each leg one by one. First we will select call here. Expiry, we want to select weekly expiry, next weekly expiry or monthly expiry. In which contract we want to backtest our strategy. So we will select weekly here. Here there are some features of strike selection, that using these features you can select your strike, for example, at the money, out of the money, or 100 rupees premium. So this is how you can select a strike. However, I must suggest you to watch my old videos. I have explained how it selects strike. uh, Also I will upload more videos using each of these feature, how each feature works. For now we will select strike type and select ITM1 strike. ITM1 means one strike in the money. If you want to trade in it at the money strike, you can select at the money also here. So we will select at the money here and click on add leg. Similarly, we will select put leg also. Now, what we have selected here till now, entry timing our 9:25, it start from 9:25. It select our range starting from 9:25, and we want to select the range 9:25 to 9:30. So we will enable range breakout feature here. So we will enable this, and now we have opened the dashboard of our range. Starting range is 9:25 that we have entered in our entry timing. What is the ending range? So we will enter 9:30 here. So what it do is, it will select the high and low of 9:25 to 9:30 range. For example, let me enter here. From this is from 9:25. Sorry, this is not 9:25. Let me enter 9:25 candle. Sorry, yeah, wait. Yeah, this is 9:25 candle, and this is till 9:30. So what is the low of this range? This is the low. this low, this candle low, and what is the high? This candle high. So this is the range we have selected. If we select 945 here, assume we select 940 here, 945 here, okay. So what range it will select is, it will select 925 from this to 945. Let me select 945 till now. What is the high till this timing? From this to this, the high is same, but the low has changed to this. So this is how it select the range, high and low. In starting time, you enter your and starting initial range. In ending time, you select your ending range. So it will select 925 to 945 range. And what we want to, when we want to sell call, when the low of this range break or when the high of this range breaks. So we have selected 925 to 945 range, and if the low of this range breaks, we want to sell a call, or if the high of that range we want to sell a call, so we will select low. So we want to select if the low of that range breaks, we want to sell a call, so we will select okay here. So here you can see high, low, 945 range. So the range is this 925 to 945 range breakout. This is the range, and high and low, when the low of the range breaks, we want to sell call. We want to sell call, and which strike it will select? At the money strike. Here you can select any other strike also. Now we have next option, instrument or underlying. If we select instrument, instrument means it will select at the money strike at morning 9:25, and will wait for the range for the 9:25 to 45 range of that at the money option strike. It will select from at the money option chart. But if we select underlying here, underlying means spot index chart, for example this chart. If we select index underlying, then it will select the range of this nifty 50 index chart where prices are around 21,000, 22,000. But if we select instrument here, then it will select the range of option chart, the at the money strike option chart. For example, let me explain you with a simple example. That assume at morning 9:20, at the money nifty was at 21 to 80. So what is the at the money strike? So the at the money strike is 21, wait, 21,300. So it will open the chart of options 21,300 call chart. Why call chart? Because we have selected call here. So it will select 21,300 CE option chart, and will select the range from that option chart. Let me explain you for with a simple example. Let me select the option chart. So traders, here I have opened the Nifty 21,300 call chart. So whose premium is around 540 or something like that. So that is just to explain you with the example that how it will select option chart. So it will mark the high and low of this range 925 to 945. So from 925 to 945, the high is this and low is this. So if the low of this range breaks, it will sell the call. So here, I will select the I have selected sell call here. So if the low of that range breaks, it will sell the call. Now in our put leg, I will also enable range breakout here, so that if low of our at the money put strike breaks, then I will sell the put here. Here now I will click OK. Range it will select the same. So now here also we will select the instrument or underlying. If we select underlying, then what we want to do is, if the high of underlying breaks, then we want to sell the put. But as we are selecting instrument here, instrument means the option strike chart, 21,300 put or 21,400 put, whichever was the at the money at morning 9:25. So we will select low here because we are selling the option. So this is how you can select the range. Now we will enter a stop loss also here of 30 point. let us backtest if this strategy is working or not. So we will backtest from this 2023 to 2024. You can backtest from 2017 for bank nifty. For nifty they have data from 2019. So here you can see the strategy has how the strategy has performed. 33,000 it gave profit last year. We will some slippage also needs to be added. So the backtest result is 21,000. So not good. So this is how you can backtest your strategy, that if it is performing well in past or not. So the second feature we need to discuss here is that is similar to range breakout. Similar to range breakout is we can also set stop loss in range. For example, if I select stop loss in ORB range, I have explained all these four features: points, underlying point, percentage, and underlying percentage in my previous videos, the part 1, part 2, part 3. So you can watch these videos. I will explain ORB range here. So what this range means is ORB range and plus 0 I enter, plus 0 points. That means that it will select ORB range, that which range it is, the morning 9:25 to 9:45 range. So for example, let me open the charts. So this is the range. So if the low of this range breaks, it will sell the call. Now what is our stop loss? Our stop loss is this range, from this to this. So this, the high is our stop loss. Now assume that if we enter, if we enter 50 point here. Now what this 50 point means, you need to understand the logic, that it will select ORB range. What is our ORB range? Our ORB range is, wait, let me chart, open the chart. This is our ORB range, the high and low. This is from 540 to 488. It is around 40 plus 12, 52 points. It will add 50 point extra. So previously our range was 52 points, so our stop loss was 52 points plus 50 points. So our stop loss will be 52 plus 50 points, 102 points. So where our stop loss in this case is, these are our ORB range plus 50 points extra add, 540 plus 50, 590. Our stop loss will be around at 590. Similarly, what you can select minus here also, that if I enter 20 minus here, then what does this mean? 20 here, that ORB range minus 20 point stop loss means our ORB range is around, as I have explained here, 488 to 540. It is around 52 points. So if we are doing minus here, means from our ORB range 52 points, we will subtract 20 points. So it will be around 32 points. So our stop loss will be 32 points. So this is how you can set your stop loss based on ORB range also. Now assume that I want to select my stop loss 50% of this range. Then how I can select? Then we will select minus 50 here, but here you can see this is points. Here we will select percentage of range here. So what it will do is, it will deduct 50 percentage of range from the ORB range. So this is the ORB range, total ORB range, and it will deduct 50 percentage of range somewhere here. So our stop loss will be 50 percentage of this range. So this is how we can select the stop loss in percentage of range or in ORB range terms. So traders, let me explain this to you with one more simple example. Let me enable it here. Now what our stop loss is, our ORB range plus 0 points. 0 points means it will only select the ORB range here. But what if I want to select double of my ORB range? That what I want to be my stop loss is this range plus same this range, something like here. So if it enters here, my stop loss will be double of this range, this 52 point range. So what I will do here is, I will add 100% of this range, 100 percentage of range. So what it will do is, it will select my ORB range plus 100 percentage of range. So let me explain this in simple example. Assume our ORB range is 52 point. Okay, the difference between high low is 52 point. Now plus 100 percentage of 52, 100% of ORB range. So what is our ORB range? Our ORB range is 52 point now. So 52 plus 100% of ORB range is 52 point. So total our stop loss will be 104 points. So this is how we can select our stop loss in percentage of our range breakout. Okay, if I enter 50% here, assume I will select minus 50% of range here. So how much stop loss it will select? It will select our ORB range minus 50% of range means 50% of range. So let me explain with one more example. Assume our stop loss was 52 point. Okay, the range is 52 point minus we have selected 50% of ORB range. So 52 point minus 50 percentage of ORB range means 50 percentage of 52, because 52 was our ORB range. So 52 minus 26 is equal to 26 points. So our stop loss will be 26 point. So this is how you can select this use this ORB feature to select your stop loss. So you just need to understand the logic behind it, that if you add minus, then you can subtract from your ORB range any amount of stop loss or points. If you add plus, then it means it will add your stop loss to the ORB range. Now let's disable it. Sorry, let's give it some simple stop loss, so it will be easy to understand. Let me give it 25 point stop loss here. Now one more feature we need to discuss is in re-entry on stop loss. So in re-entry on stop loss, there is an important feature, re-momentum. So what the re-momentum do is, it work different if we enable simple momentum here, but as we can't use simple momentum with range breakout strategy, so you can watch my simple momentum strategy simple momentum tutorial video, the part 3 tutorial video, in which I have explained how re-momentum work with simple momentum feature. But the re-momentum feature work different with the range breakout feature. So now I will explain how re-momentum feature work. Okay, so now the re-ASAP feature, the re-ASAP reverse feature, the recoast feature, recoast reverse feature, this I have explained in my part 2 video. So this feature you can watch in my part 2 video. It will work same that I have explained there, but how re-momentum feature work, that I will explain here. Okay, assume that we have selected a range of 925 to 945. Okay, now the call side strike, the at the money call strike, it entered it. Let me check here, that it selected the range of this and it broken around here. Okay, 950 range, 950 it took entry and it moved down. Our we were in profit. Now it come back up and it will hit our stop loss around here. That is just I am assuming that 1025 candle it hit our stop loss. So let us enter here that 1021 candle our SL was hit. Now SL hit, on SL hit we want to take a re-entry, means we want to re-enter in the trade. But what the momentum feature do is, it will select a new at the money strike that we have described here. It will check the new at the money strike at 1021 when our stop loss was hit, and it will select the range of 1021 to 1042. Why 1021 to 1042? Sorry, 1021 to 1041, because our initial range was 925 to 945, that is 20 minutes. So what the momentum do is, after our stop loss was hit, it will select new 20-minute range in at the money and wait if that range high or low breaks. For example, let me give you with a simple example. So our stop loss was hit at 1021. Okay, now at 1021, assume that at 1021 at the money was around you can say 21 400. Okay, so at the money was 21,400. So it will select at the money strike 21,400 and it will select the range of 1021 to 1041. That is 20-minute range, and wait, if that range breaks, it will then take re-entry. So let me explain it on charts. So let me assume that our stop loss was hit at 1021. Assume here our stop loss was hit. Okay. So now from 1021 to 1041. This is 1041. Okay. So it will select high and low of 1021 to 1041. That is, this is the low, this is the high. So this 20-minute range, it will select high and low and wait if that breaks or not. So if that break, it will take entry. So assume that here our put side stop loss was hit, so it will only take entry on put side. When it will take entry? When the low of that put side breaks. Similarly, here we have selected call strike at the money. So if our call side at the money strike stop loss was hit, then what re-momentum do is, it will select a new strike from that at that time and select new range. Which range it will select? It will select same initial range timing. Initial range timing is 925 to 945. That is around 20-minute range. So it will select new 20-minute range on our stop loss was hit and wait if that breaks. And if that low of that breaks, it will sell call. If the put strike low breaks, then it will sell put. So now this is how remomentum feature work. This is 1. If I enter 2, it means it can take 2 entry, max 2 entry. For example, one time stop loss hit, it selected new range and it will take entry when the range broken. Now again, if our stop loss was hit, again it will select new range of 20 minutes from that time and wait for range breakout. So this is how it works. Max I can enter 20 re-entries, means max 20 time it can select a new range and select new entry. So I will select only one here. Now, what is the momentum reverse? It works same as the momentum, like the new range selection and all. The only difference is, for example, let me explain you here, that if that range breaks, what remomentum do is, if that new range breaks from 1021 on 1021 our stop loss was hit, it selected new strike and selected new range, and if that low breaks, it will sell the call. But what remomentum reverse do is, this remomentum reverse, it will reverse our position. Instead of selling call, our position was sell call. It will buy call. So it is reversing the position. Similarly, in put case, that in reverse, if we select reverse here, when it select new range and the range breaks, what it do is, it just simply reverse position from sell put to buy put. So it is just reversing the position. All other logic will follow its same logic follow as remomentum. Just on time of entry, it will reverse position. If it is sell put, then it will buy put, and if it is sell call, then it will buy call. So this is how the remomentum reverse feature works. So I have explained all the feature of the momentum strategy. Now I am going to share with you a strategy which I checked, and in previous year the result was well in backtest. I haven't tested it in on live, so you can check this strategy and can make some further modification and check if it is good or not. So Nifty instrument we have selected Nifty, underlying we have selected is cash, and here the range we are selecting here is strategy is intraday, and the range is 255 to 300. So what it doing is, it is selecting ITM1 strike, ITM1 call, and ITM1 put at 255 and selecting a range of 255 to 300. So it is selecting a 5-minute range, and if that range low breaks, if call side low breaks, then it will sell the call. If put side ITM1 strike low breaks, then it will sell the put. Now what is the stop loss we are using here is 25 points. So 25 points is our stop loss, and now we will check if this strategy performing well or not. So we have selected the time frame here is time period here is 2 11 23 to 24. So let's backtest this strategy. We have backtested it on last 1 year. So results you can check. Results are good in past 1 year. And also if we add some slippage here, as you also face some slippage, so you can still check the results are still good. And here you can select day wise that on which day it performed well. You can see on Monday it is not that much better, and on Tuesday that much better. So we can avoid these 2 days and can do it on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. So you can do this type also, that you can skip some days. And also here are the all the stats of this strategy, how much max drawdown you can face, how much max profit in a single trade. So this is how you can use this to analyze your strategy. So this is how you can create and backtest a strategy. You can use multiple points to you can try different inputs. For example, here I have selected 255 to 300 range. So you can also select a different range, for example 245 to 3, or you can select for example 200 to 210, or different type of range you can select and backtest them if which works well. You can also do modification with ITM1 strike. You can select at the money strike, or different ITM strikes in the money strikes. You can test, or OTM out of the money strikes. You can test different types of stop loss and target profit you can test. So I hope so you like the video, and if you like the video please share and subscribe this channel. And thanks for watching guys.